jacketing here. Today I just want to talk to you guys about what's happening in 2017, my plans, and what I've got in store, I think, for all of you coming up this year. So first thing I just want to talk about is thank you all very much on the S2K VS BRZ video. It's become one of our biggest so far. You know, it's actually one of my first car videos that I made, like really comprehensive comparison video. I really enjoyed making it, and it also took a lot of effort, a lot of resources. We had to input several weekends of our time into making it happen, and we're really happy that it worked out the way it did, and also just how well it looked. You know, there's some things we can improve on, like voiceover. That's something I'm really going to work on for the next few videos, and also just what we can do to make the video better. I was just really happy to see that my content was able to generate the response that it did from you guys, and it was really great to see. And I really just want to say thank you to all for all your comments and supports. It's like I said, it's one of my first videos. I'm really inexperienced when it comes to reviewing cars, but I think I did the best I can, and you guys, most of you at least, appreciated it, and I'll try my best next time. Oh, lovely E36, nice M3, lovely car. Now, of course, I didn't just spend this time saying thank yous for that on that old video. I want to talk about 2017. Except we're in 2017. Anyways, we're in 2017 already. January has been filled with Project 8086, my Project Phoenix. I have been planning on making Project Phoenix a weekly episode kind of thing, but the difficult thing is that sometimes we run out of things to work on. I mean, we finished basically prepping up the 20 valve engine, but then now we don't have a space to currently work on my 8086 yet, and that's been scheduled for next week. I really wish I can go and just bang, finish the engine, finish the car, and show it to you guys, but I can't. You know, it's something out of my control, and sorry. I would really like to bring you content every week, but right now that's not very possible. Down to third, look into the corner, apex, find it, and go. Whew, I love it. I never really truly talked about Project Phoenix in great extent. It was just jumping right into it. I was planning on making an intro video, but that ended up never coming out because I thought that was crap. My 8086, I don't want to just give it a new engine and call it a day. That's not going to be it. This is going to be a total evolution. Things that I wanted to do to the car that I have a chance to, now that it's working, why not do it the same, right? I wouldn't spill too much of what is coming in for Project Phoenix, but just know it's still going to go on, and it's going to be so much more than just an engine swap. By the end of it, it's going to be a very special car, I think. So I'm really excited and looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. And now we move on to this little S2000. So what are my plans for this car? As soon as the A86 is done, that is going to become my semi-daily. I'm going to try to drive that car a little more. It'll be usable, which would be great. A lot of space, which is just exactly what I need, right? This will become, I think, a little more in terms of speed oriented. Now, I've had plans for this car ever since I jumped into it. I thought it was just going to be perfect, and I think it really is as close to perfect as coming from stock perspective. After going to several track days and killing Camaros and, you know, doing all kinds of fun stuff, trying to chase down R8s, I know this car can be more, especially on a racetrack than it is right now. My plan is to make this into a very streetable S2000 track car. This is still my daily, don't get that wrong. This is still going to be ultimately my daily, but I wanted to just unlock the little performance out of it. It's just going to be purely bolt-on. Basically everything is going to be reversible. I'm not going to go all out with aftermarket parts just because I still have a warranty on this car. What I'm trying to create is a little bit like an S2000 Type R. What I imagined a Honda S2000 Type R would be if it had come out in 2010 or whatever like that. We're right now in the planning phase, you know, gathering parts, buying stuff, waiting for them to get here, and then as soon as the A86 build is done, we're gonna start rolling out with this one. And then once we end up with a semi-trackable daily driver, I am going to enter it in the HPDE class of GRIDLIFE in Gingerman Raceway in June, and I'll be trying my hand at time attack. which I think is a really fantastic thing. I've never done time attack before, even though people in Japan called qualifying it for races time attack. So it's kind of like, it's, for me, I think it's just the same thing, isn't it? It's qualifying, time attack, it's the same thing you're doing. You're just going out and see how fast you can go. Now I know, yes, there's gonna be plenty of faster cars, but I also want to see just how well I can hold up as a racing driver when I'm not in a Formula car, but instead in one of these things, in an actual road going car. I know I can be faster still, which is why we are not just gonna jump right into GRIDLIFE in June. As soon as we get everything ready, there's gonna be plenty of track days, learning opportunities for me to go. I want to become an even better driver, and to do that, you must practice. I personally think there are no amounts of simulation or book reading or studying that you can do to make yourself a better driver. The only way you can do that is just by driving, by learning, by experiencing things and then trial and error. That's how you learn driving. That's how I learned driving. That's how I learned racing. That's how I learned, making mistakes and going out and trying it again and doing it better. Oh, also, the A86 will be there at Gingerman for GRIDLIFE. I've entered that for a separate Friday track day, just because I wanted to see how the two handle, because then I can make a comparison video between the two. Even just a short little video, showing the lap times off at the track. Forza Horizon in real life. Who doesn't want to go to the Horizon Festival? Who? It's so exciting. So, so I'm really excited. I'm sure many people who got the tickets to go are too. And we'll just see how everything turns out, So with GRIDLIFE out of the way, what else am I going to do for 2017? Well, I own an A86. What do you think I am going to do? Yes, I'm going to go drifting. Of course I'm going to try to learn drifting. Some of you may have seen that I uploaded a video about me drifting with Nissan Skyline. That was several years ago, and that was really exciting. That was my first ever drifting experience, and I just want to learn more. So that's why once my A86 is finished being built, I will be taking it to numerous drifting events, I think, just to learn. I'm far from being the best drifter out there. I love having a car sideways in the corner, but it's a little different. I'm not used to doing the excessive kind of angle stuff, which is what drifting really is, right? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how all that works out. Apart from drifting, we're gonna also try and hit up some more events, whether it be time, speed, distance rallying, which is, I think, super fun. Potentially even go do a Rally Kings event. That's still on the board. It just depends on how much it costs. For me, 2017 is a big year. It's about experiencing things. It's about learning. It's about trying things I've never tried before. People may say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. Why? Why shouldn't I do that? I want to try it for myself first and decide whether, oh yes, I really like doing that, or no, you know what, I'm not gonna do that again. Either way, it's gonna be a learning experience, and it's one that shows me all sides of car, For me, cars has always been about racing, but now that I'm here in Michigan with such a good environment around me, just car group, people, everyone's so nice and everyone's so welcoming, and I just want to go and experience things that I've not tried before, whether it be maybe not stance. Stance is just no. I personally feel like there's so many sides to the car culture, and I want to go out and experience as many of them as I can in 2017. So that's the plan. Now also I have some potential ideas in the back of my mind, just going into seeing what we can come up with. One of the big ones is a project car, I think. For me, I've always been someone who was really into Japanese cars. But one car that's been catching my eye and staying on the back of my mind is the Fox body Mustang with a 5.0 engine. I somehow feel like that would be a very, very exciting and interesting car for me to get into the muscle car culture. I've never ever been into muscle car, and I want to get one just to try it out. And this will just be opening a whole new gate, widening my views to, oh, muscle cars sucks, they don't turn around corners. Well, let's get one and see if they actually turn corners. Plus, a mid-80s Ford Mustang versus a mid-80s Toyota A86. I feel comparison brewing. I feel rivalry brewing, actually. Maybe. Another big thing that I was thinking about was maybe collaborations with other YouTubers. So one big one that I'm thinking of right now is Progression D. I mean, who doesn't love Progression D? The dude's A86 is beautiful. He's just, I really like him. Maybe we're gonna do a collaboration video sometime, maybe in the summer, potentially. And I don't see what's wrong with having fun with other car guys. I think that's just as much fun as you can get, right? Meeting new friends, talking about cars, maybe even showcasing our 2 different A86s, you know? And then there's the one that I think is probably the most wild and out there. If, and that's a very big if, my A86 is reliable enough, I am going to take it on the longest trip across the United States, from Maryland to California. Even just saying that is making me scared. And the catch is, because I have a horrendous 5th gear in that car, I'm not going to use the highway. I'm going to go by back roads as much as I can, just because that's what the A86 is born for, you know? I'm going to leave out like 15 days to do it. I don't want to do it in one day. Are you kidding me? I'm not doing that in one day. I want to go around, drive the best roads, find the best people, see the best cars, make it into a journey, you know? It's a bonding experience. And then by the end of it, when I make it to California, we'll get to attend the 86 Fest. And imagine that, bro. But yeah, that's the A86 across country journey, which will be either incredible or incredibly stupid. Now there's one big topic that I've just been kind of avoiding, and that is professional racing. It is really hard to say for me, just because becoming a professional racing driver has been my dream for the past God knows how many years. The fact is, I don't think I can gather a big enough budget together for next year for me to go racing for a full season. I wouldn't go too much into detail. The racing team I run with is perfect. I can't ask for anything else from Group A. They're just the best people I have ever met when it comes to cars. It's not their fault. It really isn't. It's not anybody's fault, you know? To me, racing is just, it's the world. It's everything. I genuinely wish I could race again, because I feel like the last season hasn't gone my way, you know? I know that there can be things that I can still do better, things that I can improve upon, and races that I can win. You can't do a certain thing unless you have a certain amount of resources, and the fact of the matter is we don't have the resources anymore. Yeah. It's kind of that's kind of how it is. So I will be trying my best for maybe selective events with F4 US and Group A racing. But right now, I'm ruling out a full season. So that's probably the bigger news than any other thing that I've talked about in all video long. The mood of the video has suddenly turned pretty dark, I think. On the plus side, I'm here in Michigan. I'm learning new things, making new friends, driving new cars, and having a general good time. And I think that's an experience I want to share to you guys, you know? This channel has been always about racing cars. Now I'm expanding too. I want to learn more about cars in general, whether it be working on cars, driving them, testing them, or even like just fixing them. And I want to bring you guys along for that journey, and that's what I'm doing. So I hope you guys stick around for that. I know there's going to be a big change, but so is changing from being a young boy to being a slightly older boy, right? I think that'll be it for me. Thank you all very much for watching. See you on the next video, man.